There are some houses that work great in Phoenix and some houses that become instant money pits the second the summer heat hits 115 degrees. And if you're relocating here from the Midwest, California, Washington, or Illinois, or literally anywhere that isn't a desert, there are things about Phoenix homes that are gonna surprise you. So today, I'm breaking down the exact types of homes that you should never buy in Phoenix, unless you want to really spend your weekends arguing with the power company and your savings account. My name is Megan with Blue Collar Homes here in Arizona, and my husband Jason and I help relocating families find the right home and avoid the horror stories you see over and over in Arizona real estate. We've lived through these mistakes, we've fixed them, and now we help hundreds of families avoid them. Now, let's get into houses you should never buy here in Phoenix, Arizona, unless you really know what you're doing. And we're starting with the big one. Number one, never buy a home with an old AC system. Listen, in other states, an old AC is kind of annoying. Maybe inconvenient, maybe you sweat a little, maybe you grumble, but in Phoenix, an old AC unit is a full-blown emergency waiting to happen. Your AC isn't a luxury here. It's not optional. It's your survival system. Replacing one AC unit can cost anywhere between $8,000 and $12,000 depending on the tonnage or brand. And many Phoenix homes have 2 units, especially 2-story homes. That's $16,000 to $20,000 if both die. If you see an AC that's 12 to 15 years old and hasn't been serviced regularly, walk away, unless the price reflects the replacement cost. And I don't care how pretty the kitchen is, granite doesn't cool your kids and your family when the AC dies in July. Number 2, never buy a home with a bad roof. There are 3 types of roofs that cause the most problems here in Phoenix: older flat roofs, poorly maintained foam roofs, and tile roofs with crappy underlayment. Arizona roofs seem simple until monsoon season hits and your ceiling looks like a crazy painting. Foam roofs need recoating every 5 to 7 years, and neglect them and you're looking at a $6,000 to $18,000 repair. Tile roofs can hide issues under the surface too. The tiles may last 50 years, but the underlayment somewhere between 15 to 25 years. If the underlayment is done and the inspector doesn't catch it, you're in trouble. Older flat roofs just don't. Not unless they've been redone recently by someone who's reputable. Number 3, be very careful with homes that face west. In states like Michigan or Illinois, the direction the house faces doesn't matter. In Phoenix, it matters a lot. A west-facing home that gets blasted by the direct sun from 2 p.m. until sunset in the summer, your garage cooks, your car interior melts, your front room heats up like a rotisserie oven, and even with good insulation, west-facing homes run hotter and cost more money to cool. This doesn't mean you should never buy one, but just factor it in. Window tinting, shade screens, upgraded insulation, UV resistant paint, and higher utility costs. If you're relocating and you don't know this difference, you're gonna feel it come July. Number 4, avoid homes with small AC returns or poor airflow. This is a Phoenix thing that out-of-state buyers don't even know to check. Your AC return is the vent that sucks the air back into your cooling system. If that return is too small for the size of the house, your AC is just gonna run constantly and your home will never cool evenly. Your electric bill is gonna skyrocket and the AC's lifespan is gonna cut in half. Older homes in West Mesa, Central Phoenix, Tempe, Glendale, they're all notorious for being undersized for those returns. Fixing it can cost a couple grand depending on ductwork, but again, not worth the surprise if you're relocating and expecting a simple move-in. Number 5, homes with single pane windows. If you're from an older city, you might be used to these, but in Phoenix, Single pane windows are a utility nightmare. They lock in the heat, they let out cool air, they amplify that street noise, and they destroy energy efficiency. Replacing windows in an 1,800 square foot home can cost a lot, somewhere between $10,000 to $25,000. If the home still has single pane windows, the owner either never upgraded and didn't want to spend the money, but don't let your savings plan become your financial burden. Number 6, homes with no insulation upgrade. Homes built before the early 2000s often have just minimal insulation, meaning you're cooling the attic, not the house. Insulation upgrades can save you hundreds per year, but they cost thousands up front. If the listing says home stays warm in winter, that's Phoenix code for it stays hot in the summer and you're gonna cry when you open your July electric bill. Number 7, be careful with well water and septic if you don't understand them. Not all well and not all septic homes are bad. Some are fantastic. Essentially, every home in rural areas like Queen Creek, Santan Valley, Rio Verde, they all have them. But septic repairs can be pricey, and a dry well is a complete nightmare. And water softening everywhere here is mandatory. If you're not prepared for the maintenance or those lifestyle differences, you may hate it. Number 8, homes backing up to certain busy Phoenix roads. Phoenix roads are wide and fast, 8 lanes in some spots, speeds somewhere between 45 and 60 miles an hour. If your home backs to Baseline, Southern, Ray, Chandler Boulevard, Bell, Indian School, Camelback, you're gonna hear it. Day, night, weekends, always. Gonna affect your sleep, your backyard enjoyment, and your resale value. If noise bothers you, avoid homes on major roads or right next to major intersections. Number 9, homes with weird additions or DIY renovations. Phoenix went through multiple waves, so there's gonna be house flipping, and some are great and some are absolutely horrifying. If you see mismatched flooring, walls removed without permits, random room added, AC vents not connected, electrical upgrades done by YouTube tutorials, just stop. Don't buy someone else's projects. Flips don't always equal quality. Some flips are just lipstick on a peg. A gorgeous kitchen in photos does not automatically mean the wiring behind the walls was upgraded or touched. All right, now let's talk about the houses that fool relocating families every single year. This is one you should truly avoid unless you have patience, money, and a high pain tolerance. A beautiful 1970s or 1980s remodel with 0 system upgrades. It looks stunning online. White cabinets, quartz countertops, pretty backsplash, cute staging, Instagram perfection. But behind the walls, 20-year-old AC, outdated ductwork, aging plumbing and electrical, unknown insulation, roof at the end of its life. You're basically buying a designer kitchen with a failing body. And that, my friend, is a Phoenix money pit. Now let's talk about 2-story homes. 2-story homes in Phoenix just run hotter, period. Heat rises and the upstairs is always warmer. AC units struggle. And if you get a 2-story, make sure you have 2 AC units, zone cooling, great insulation, shade screens, maybe tinted windows, and those larger AC returns. Otherwise, your kids' bedrooms may feel like saunas come mid-July. Let's talk orientation again, because people skip that part. South-facing backyards are fine. East-facing is great. North-facing, awesome. But west-facing backyards means scorching patios all summer long. Your furniture breaks, your turf melts, your pool heats up like bathwater, and your electric bill spikes. This doesn't ever mean never buy, but if you do, you're gonna need some shade structures, landscaping adjustments, and some energy efficient upgrades. Now for the twist, because you know I always give you a twist. The twist is this. It's not about avoiding bad homes. It's about avoiding homes that are a bad match for our climate. Homes that are perfectly fine in Illinois or Washington might be a complete disaster here. Homes that would be a cute fixer-upper in Minnesota becomes a $30,000 repair project. The Phoenix market can be brutally honest. The heat exposes everything. Your AC, your roof, your insulation, your windows, plumbing, electrical, everything, and fast. So you don't need a perfect home. You just need the right one here in Arizona. So what's the bottom line? If you're moving to Phoenix, don't fall for pretty pictures, trendy kitchens, and don't fall for great price listings that hide expensive surprises. Buy for structure, buy for systems, and buy for long-term comfort in this climate. That's what will keep your family happy and your budget intact. If you want help navigating what's good, what's risky, and what's worth renovating, reach out. All of our info is below. My husband and I have been helping relocating families every single week, and we'll walk you through exactly what to avoid and what to look for. If this helped, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and tell me which Phoenix home types you want me to break down next. I'll see you in the next video.